CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
This is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Returning it, John Ross. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Ooh, with a juke. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle?
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Cameron Hayward, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. That's complete right side to Lazard. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The kick by Crosby is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
From the 27, Fields. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A carry for Gibson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap, Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Out of the gun, Fields. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a first down throw. Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry to try again after the sack. Fields. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Washington. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Fields. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind.
They got his man complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there just before halftime. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, here's Fields. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, what? All right, never mind. Third quarter action now. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And any time a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gibson again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike 56, Mike 56. I got it.
To throw is Fields. And he will find his man, Samuel.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Washington. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Dillon trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to do. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers being chased out left. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Rodgers' throw complete here, on target to Tonyan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Rodgers going to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now Rodgers. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Rodgers to throw once more. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And quickly they get to the line. And again, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Fields on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He will find his man Chase complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Fields throwing again. That's the tight end Hurst with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On first down, Fields. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, Fields' throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. 56. Here's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, a politic. In the section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with I'm one of the realest. The realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner and get me speed. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm needy, but I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life in like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never